What is the game that made the villages? Let's talk about that. All right, folks, we are on a ride today, and I'm taking you along with me. And I posed a pretty serious question to begin the video today, and I'm alone because April is out running errands and she had a doctor's appointment. So I'm alone today, and I am heading up to Sarasota driving range golf center complex. It's up on Morris Boulevard, and I'm heading up there today to do some practice. And I asked a question to start the video about what game made the villages. And many people believe the answer would be pickleball. But to me, it's obvious that it's not pickleball. Pickleball, I don't even believe is king yet. I think the game that made the villages, obviously, is the game that is provided free to every resident on executive courses, and the pitch and putts, and the putt and plays, and at a discounted rate on the championship courses. It is golf. Golf is king. Golf made the villages, and golf continues to fuel the villages. Just look at it as far as the capital investment that the villages puts into the infrastructure here in this community, and you will see. What is it in dollars? I have no idea, but I know as far as value of home lots that are on golf courses, as far as the attractiveness of free golf, as far as the playability for the residents here on up into our later years, golf is king, no doubt about it. Nobody wants a house near a pickleball court. It just goes without saying. Nobody wants that. You want a house that overlooks a nice golf course, okay? And maybe a little bit of water too, and maybe some scenic areas. But nobody wants to be near a pickleball court, okay? So golf is king. Now, what about me and golf? Just a little bit about me and golf. I began playing when I was late teens, early 20s. I was in college, and I wanted to pick up the game, and I started slowly. I'm pretty much a self-taught person with a few lessons along the way. Golf class for physical education credit in college, and some pointers here and there, self-study. And I've played, like most of you who are watching this, off and on through my life, and a lot more off than on. But recently, in the last several years probably, I've gotten more serious about it. And since coming back to the villages, I've decided to focus on getting better as a golfer. Anyone that's played golf knows the frustration of going out and playing and knowing that you can play better than you are playing. And that's a struggle. With most games, it seems like golf, it's more common to me, at least. I guess I've played more golf. But so I began playing with some friends, and I got to the point within the last year that I realized I had to do something about my game, and that I couldn't figure out what I needed to do to get better. And I want to be better. So I thought there's basically two options for me. Well, a few different options, but two main ones that I was considering. One, you can get golf lessons anywhere around here, at any country club, any golf course. You can get lessons. So I shopped a little bit around to see if I wanted to go with the Villages or not. And the Villages has a golf academies at Palmer Legends and at Sarasota, and there's one opening soon over in the Eastport area with a nice driving range, and that's going to be the creme de la creme. And that will be near us, and we're looking forward to that when that comes about. But it's still a little ways off. So I decided, and I checked with the Villages, they have a few different packages. They have one package from their golf academy that is a, I think 3 lessons, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday package for refresher for those that have played golf and then they're coming back to golf. And I thought, that sounds pretty interesting. You're out, you're with a group, and you have a pro who's watching you, so I considered that. And I thought, okay, this might be an option. And then I looked at the private lessons. I called the golf academy, discussed it with them, discussed kind of my situation, compared the pricing. And the pricing with individual lessons, you can get half-an-hour lessons or hour-long lessons, and you can do individual, basically any configuration you want. They have a package. So I was looking at half-an-hour lessons because fatigue created with my back. Hitting golf balls for an hour straight fatigues my back. So I was looking at half-an-hour lessons and the package, and I decided on a package of 6 half-hour lessons for $300. And they have several pros, and you sign up with a pro and you start with a pro. I'm working with Mitch Adcock over at Palmer Legends Golf Academy in the Villages. I considered, here again, the refresher course, but I thought to myself, no, I really want some personal attention, and I think that will work out good for me. I've had my first lesson. Great interaction with Mitch, and he didn't overwhelm me. He basically said, "What do you need?" And I said, "I can't figure out my swing, and it's wrong, and I gotta figure it out." So I began hitting, and he watched me, and he said, "Okay, first thing, look at this." I was coming too over the top. He said, you know, lay your backswing out more. And he showed me what he was looking at. I began practicing that, and he was watching me. And then, okay, we are coming up to a juncture here. Okay, we're back. I think we fixed the error. I was having an error with my iPhone. And so, we got an iPhone recording forward and the DJ Action Osmo Pro 5 camera facing me. Okay. As I mentioned, Mitch began working with me in that first lesson, and boy, half an hour goes by quickly. But two really main things he said. We'll look at the backswing, lay it out more, almost to where your hand is up. And my right hand is up. And then the other thing I was doing, which I wasn't conscious of, was that my arms were following my chest too much. Getting ready to go through the tunnel here. This should be interesting. I'm going to pause. So evidently my chest was coming around too quickly, and it was causing me to hit either too far left or too far right. I'm trying to remember on that. But I began working on allowing my arms to come around, really working my arms through the ball. And those are things that I'm still working on. Last week, went over to Continental Country Club and spent some time on the range there working. And I'm going up today to Sarasota, and I'm going to let you see a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit of the swing, and so you get an idea. Now, I think the lesson package for me was $300 for 6 half-hour lessons. And after the first lesson, I would say real happy so far. And I expect it's going to go well. Okay. All right. Got a pedestrian and a golf cart and me passing at the same spot. Safety first, right? Safety first. Okay. So we're going to give you a little idea, but we're also here again. I'm right around the village of Bradford right now. I think to my right is the village of Bradford, and to my left is the village of Hawkins. And I'm going along Morse Boulevard, approaching Warm Springs Avenue, Drive, whatever it is. And going to go up through the village of Chitty Chatty, cross the bridge. So you're along for the ride. So we're going to give you a little bit of a cart ride and a commentary. We've got some great things coming for the channel. This week, what's coming up is a cruise-in at Spanish Springs on Saturday night. And one of our favorite bands, Bluestone Circle, will be playing. So we are really excited about that. We're going to go out there with some friends. We'll bring you some footage of that, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So yeah, we're going to be heading out on Saturday for that, and we're going to get some video footage and probably some still footage and share that with you. A lot of crafts, arts and craft festivals and meetups and sales going on during this time in the villages. So I think Laurel Manor had something this past weekend, and a lot of people out biking, walking, riding the golf carts. I like this ride here around Bradford and Chitty Chatty. Plenty good old Florida swamps, right? Good old Florida swamps. Now I'll talk about why focus on golf rather than pickleball, because I like pickleball as well. And I began playing pickleball when we moved here full time last April. And I was playing some golf and playing pickleball. And it really came to the point of saying to myself, what do I want to really asking myself, what do I want to focus on? Do I want to focus on pickleball? Do I want to try to focus on golf and pickleball at the same time with everything else going on in the first year of retirement? And I thought, no, I want to focus on golf, because here again, golf is the game that I believe I can play for most of my years. And it is social. Pickleball is social as well. Golf to me is more social, and I enjoy it. And I probably enjoy it more. And it's the game that I've been able to play consistently throughout my life, here and there. And I could come back to it. So I really like golf. Really enjoy it, as I've mentioned. Okay, now we're going through the village of Chitty Chatty, and do have the power lines that go through. You've got houses on either side of the power lines and this nice cart path, multimodal path. Okay, this is a nice preserve area. We're approaching the Chitty Chatty Bridge. We're following a 4-passenger, looks like a family, extended family in a 4-passenger, and they're having a good time, and they're following a young couple on some bikes, and we're at a nice leisurely pace. It feels good. We're enjoying it, and that's what it's about. It's about just slowing down, relaxing, and enjoying the experience. No need to get in a rush. No need to try to get around like some people do. They might have a tea time. Not sure. But we're going to go up over the Chitty Chatty Bridge here. And these bridges are so helpful in linking all of the area together. And you can walk across this, you can bike across it, you can rollerblade across it if you can get up the hill. And you can drive your golf cart across it. And they really bring it all together. It's a big piece of infrastructure. Boy, does it sell the homes. It sells the connection of the villages. And that's really what it's all about. So we have the Rohan Recreation Center on our left, and we are approaching the cart path to take us along another section of Morse Boulevard. So we're going to take a right up here. A lot of traffic over here, a lot of people back and forth. This is the busy time. We're in February and we have beautiful weather, as you can tell. I got shirt sleeves on. Everybody's relaxed. It's going to be in the 80s today again. Okay, that's the Soaring Eagle softball complex over there. Okay, we're back with you, and we are near the Sarasota Driving Range Golf Academy, and it is near, there's a Villages Safety Fire Department complex right beside it. And I'm not sure, I haven't gone there yet in the golf cart, so we'll see where we go underneath. I'm sure there's a tunnel, I think on the other side of this village entrance right here. Got a pedestrian coming up. Yeah, nice leisurely stroll. Man, what great, I think I said this, great weather. Folks, when you need it, we got it. It is nice here. Okay, really got to watch those cross. The lady stopped and let me pass. That was very nice of her. But you really have to watch those entrances. A lot of moving pieces back and forth. Got to be safe. All right, coming back around to the Sarasota Academy, and this is a water range. So the balls you hit here go into the water. And they're special balls. I don't know all the physics of it, but they're pretty true to life. And we'll park right down by the area here. Let's see, speed bump. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. right, folks, I'm back. And I am finished at the driving range. And I did not bother to set up a tripod and record. And the reason I didn't is because it was slam-packed full. And me taking the time to do that means time that somebody is not going to get to use the range. And that's really not fair. So I'm going to insert a little footage of me on the Continental Country Club driving range, hacking away a little bit. And that's part of the practice. And today's part of the practice. Today wasn't as good. Didn't feel as good. But it's been a few days. So even a few days I get a little rusty. So I need regular practice. Especially with these new, feeling these new sensations and changing the swing. You really have to be conscious of it. So, but good to get out, knock a little rust off of it, and it wasn't all bad. And we're going to keep working on it. That's the thing. Repetitions, repetitions, repetitions. Here we are at an entrance, very busy entrance here at, I'm not sure what village this is, but cars going and coming and golf carts going and coming. You really got to have your head on a swivel to not getting in a bad situation. So we're heading back. I'm going to talk a little bit. I've talked a little bit about what we're looking at this weekend, but we have some good plans coming up for the channel. We're going to announce those next week. April and I are going to have a special video, and we're going to discuss, in a sense, the way forward. The first step for us has been to get on a regular weekly basis. And some of the videos I may not have otherwise released, but we went ahead and released them anyway. Through some of you have made comments, some of the sound's echoey, some of the lighting isn't great. I get it. we understand that really before you do, because we review it and we say to ourselves, wow. But the purpose is to release it anyway, get it out there, and we're going to just keep doing that more and more and more. And we've been working very hard at refining what we do, how we do it for the channel. And we'll talk more about that next week, about what it's going to look like going forward. But we want you to know that we're committed to this process, and we appreciate you for, here again, joining us on this journey. And this is something we're going to continue to work on, continue to get better, continue to find the right tools at the right price. I'll tell you that, because you can spend a whole lot of money doing this, and you know, we're not looking at investing our retirement funds just in this. Okay, so we'll invest enough to do a good job, and that's what we're going to do. And we're waiting for some news on some things that we've asked. Here again, we have put an application in to start a lifestyle group for the Village's natives. And in our discussions, preliminary discussions, there were some concerns about our names, about a name conflict with the Harry and the Natives restaurant coming up, which we didn't even envision, about us doing this on YouTube as well. So a lot of things to sort through with that. It may happen, it may not. If it doesn't happen, we're going to keep doing this, so don't worry about that. We'll just find another way to build some community. And Yep, another village. Cart's going and coming here. All right. Last week we had Rick and Angel with us, and you're going to see more of Rick and Angel. So we really appreciate them. Had a great time. They're great friends, and we had a great time with them last week. Had some really good response from you, so thank you very much for your response. And we are looking at refining our process for a roundtable discussion, also an interview discussion. Here again, our goal is to get better and better and better. Now this area to the right here along Morse Boulevard, a lot of people come and walk their dogs there, let their dogs run. Sometimes they'll take them off the leash. You're not supposed to, but you know, it's not an official dog park, but it's kind of the unofficial dog park right there. It's on the west side of Morse Boulevard, between 466A and Highway 44. So I think I'm correct there. Yeah, I'm correct there. So here again, we're on this ride. Thanks for joining us. We're going to wrap it up here in a little bit. I'm going to get some gas on the way home, fill her up. So we got plenty of non-ethanol fuel in the tank. I got somebody behind me that's probably wanting to go faster. I got somebody ahead of me that's going about the same speed I am. So we're just going to cruise on down the road. Thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, we are back across the Chitty Chatty Bridge and going through the village of Chitty Chatty. Here again, this was one of the areas where I really, when we were looking at pre-owned homes, we really liked this area, and I love the location. It's a few miles down the road from Brownwood, but you're right at Lake Eden Plaza. And the houses, the pre-owned homes at that time were a premium, and they were just out of our price range. The house, that type of house that we wanted, was, they were wanting much more per square foot than we were really willing to pay. Haven't tracked it much lately. Wouldn't imagine it's that much different, but it is definitely a very nice area, and it's a little bit secluded. You do have the power lines going through, but depending on your view and your preference, you know, it might not matter. Might not matter. So a lot of people really building some nice homes here. A lot of pools along this area. They have decent sized backyards, enclosed lanais. People really putting in mini splits. So people really, and it's maturing very nicely, I would say. This neighborhood seems to be maturing very nicely. You see some things that, you know, aren't as welcoming. You see some folks that could do to wash their homes. We'll talk about that next week in our special segment. But keep that house nice and washed. Keep the mildew away, because we do live in Florida, and you're going to get some mildew here if you're not careful, especially on vinyl-sided homes. So you really got to watch it on vinyl-sided homes. That mildew will creep up on you, and so just a word to the wise. But really nice area here, and we love where we are. If there are areas that we'd rather be, this is definitely one of them. Okay, we're back. Boy, a lot of folks out, a lot of families out enjoying the putt and play here at Ezel Rec Center. That's a great family activity, I tell you what. And we haven't done it. A lot of things here we haven't done yet. So we are by Sawgrass Grove, heading home to the village of Lake Denham and crossing over streets here. A lot of traffic, so definitely got to watch it. And this one is open, so there's no gates there to watch. And we're coming up to a big choke point here. I wonder when they're going to address this issue with the entrance here, the gate, and the cart paths. So it really, to me, it's a safety issue that they need to fix, and probably extend this path down to the street down here and then go across. But this is a big choke point. You really have to be careful right here. So in your golf cart and in your car. So okay, I wanted her to go across before me because just to be neighborly, I guess. And she was going straight and I was turning, so if you apply the rules of the road, she has right of way, I guess. But okay, so we're going to go back to our main point. The game that made the villages is golf, no doubt about it. And here again, to reiterate, it is a game that you can play. You can play almost all of your life. My first golf coach in college, golf instructor, he was a physical education instructor for us in college, and he had one of the sweetest swings I've ever seen, and he was beyond 80, and he was so smooth. He was almost as smooth as Freddie Couples, if you know who Freddie Couples is, now a senior professional golfer. But he had just that smooth as silk swing, and he was beyond 80. And I thought, this is it. I like this. This is fun, and I can do this throughout my life. And I'm 62, so I'm retirement age officially, and I'm retired. So, and it is something I knew that I would come back to, and I'm coming back to it. But it takes practice, as I said before. But I will tell you this: I've got a friend that I play with, and that is which you'll meet very soon. It is Paul. He picked golf up later in life, and he is way better than I am because he practiced at it, he took lessons, he's serious about it, and he enjoys it. The time he invested in practicing, even later in life, has paid off with great dividends, and he enjoys his time here. And we play golf regularly. He's probably the main person I play golf with, and I enjoy him. Here again, you're going to meet he and Donna soon. Great folks. And we're now passing, I think, from Citrus Grove area over to village of Newell, and we're heading back home down Megason Road. You'll notice the different cart path configurations along the way here. You have the multimodal paths beyond this area. It seems to me like Lake County did not allow roundabouts, and I'm not sure why the golf cart paths are separate, but golf cart path in this area, District 14, Village of Newell, Lake Denham, and Dabney, are along the streets, which is fine with me. You just have to be careful. And it actually is really nice because this area has the walking paths and the bike paths, which are wonderful. And it's really the main reason why we purchased down here, because these walking and bike paths, you don't have to worry about carts coming up behind you. And you always hear the notorious, infamous mad villager in his golf cart having a confrontation with somebody riding a bike or walking, which is really sad. It's all too easy to share the path. Down here in this area, you don't have to worry about that, because those paths, which you see a lady up here on the left, these paths down here are strictly for walkers, bikers, rollerbladers, people jogging, and we really like it. And it's a huge benefit to this area. So because of that, we ride the golf carts on the street. It's fine with me. Not a problem at all. This area is the Franklin Recreation Center, notorious for its color scheme. It's much maligned in the villages, but it's the same recreation stuff everybody else has. We have pickleball courts, our postal centers, a putt and play, and a pitch and putt, and Jubilee putt and play. You see the folks out there now having a great time over on the right. And then the pitch and putt, which you'll see in a minute, which is 18 hole. I really like those courses, but we have those down here. Great amenities, and they keep them in wonderful condition. And the folks here on the right, they are having a blast. They're on hole 17, and they are enjoying their golf for life. Free golf for life. Yes, as we said, that's the deal with the villages. Free executive golf for life. Free executive golf for life. We have dozens and dozens of courses and more coming up all the time. You can research it. By the time you see this, it may have changed. So there's no telling how many there are by now. I know they have about 4 or 5 under development at this very moment. So, okay, we got a convoy going here, and it looks like somebody's wanting to pass on the... Nope, they're not going to pass us. So, but we're nearing our entrance here. Here again, thanks so much for joining us. April will be back next week, and we have here again that special program. Let us know in the comments below, do you play golf? Is golf a thing for you? Or do you just want to ride in the golf cart and enjoy yourself down here? How does golf play into your plan for the villages in retirement? Or how has it played? Have you resumed golf since coming back to the villages? And we're going to sign off. Thanks so much, folks. Appreciate you for joining us. We'll see you soon. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. And for April, we bid you a fond farewell, and we'll see you next week. God bless. Bye.